May I have just a minute of your time? A young lady once bought a book and took it home to read. She wasn't really fond of it, but she was a stickler for finishing a book she started, so she managed to get through it, but later told friends it was the most boring thing she'd ever read. A few years later, she fell in love with a young man and found out one day he had written a book. And wouldn't you know it, he was the author of the most boring book she had ever read. But she was so in love with that young man, she went home that night. She found that book and she read it from start to finish in rather short order. As she finished, she thought to herself, I think that's the best book I've ever read. Now let me ask you, what was the difference? Here's the difference. She loved the author. Some today say the Bible is the most boring book in the world, and yet others share the thoughts of David from Psalm 119, verse 97. Oh, how I love your law. It is my meditation all the day. Friends, when we love the author and when we realize the value of his book, there is no way his word will seem dull or boring. I'm Chad Dollahide from the Bremen Church of Christ, and this is Just a Minute.